Welcome to the course preview for the 2023 Arrow Valley BDGA Tour event. The tournament will be taking place in Arrow Valley Country Park in Redditch. A big thank you to tournament organiser and director Matt Wright. And as always, these are filmed, edited and narrated by myself, Bubba, from Midlands Disc Golf. Let's get into it. Here we are at hole 1. It's a 92-meter par 3. We're going to be teeing off from the red flags. This hole has no OB, but with the basket tucked into the right rough, it's going to be a tricky drive to get inside the circle. Hole 2 is a dinker 57-meter par 3, but don't be fooled, you can see the very small, thin island marked out by the white flags. If you miss the island from your drive, you'll be taking your next shot from the drop zone. Hole 3 looks like a wide open field shot until you realise the last third of it is through a wooded tunnel. It's a 108-meter par 3 and is probably my favourite hole on the entire course. Hole 4 is a 52-meter par 3 assault course. It's not far to the basket, but it is uphill between a lot of thick trees. Best of luck. Hole 5 takes you back into the open field with a 67-meter par 3. No OB, no islands to think about, just get it by the basket and grab your birdie. Hole 6 is the 78-meter par 3 island hole. You'll be driving from the wood line. Be careful not to get hung up in the blossom on your right, and it's going to take a little baby turnover or a straight to fade forehand to get yourself on the island. If you miss the island, you proceed to the drop zone. Hole 7 is a slightly downhill, 105-meter long par 3 where the basket has a number of guardian trees. With no OB in sight, you can really just grab your favourite driver and just let it rip. Hole 8 is a 56-meter par 3 island hole. The island is the size of C1 and this should be nothing but a stock shot for the majority of the field. Hole 9 is the toughest hole on the course. It might just be 122 meters and a par 4, but you do have to get through some really tricky woodland. There is no OB and no Mandos, so the route you take is completely up to you. A friendly warning on the Spike Heiser, the rough is really rough. You've been what? Hole 10 is a very touchy 60-meter par 3. The hole is slightly downhill, and the hole has OB to the back and to the left of the basket. Hole 11 is an eagleable 120-meter par 4. There is a river-like patch of hazard running through the middle of the hole. Apart from this, there are no other mandatories or OBs. Grab your favorite disc and let it rip. Hole 12 is a sneaky uphill 122-meter par 3. The path to the left of the basket is OB, and there is thick rough to the right. Hole 13 is a beastly 230-meter par 4. It's going to take 2 big crushes to get to the basket for birdie, especially when navigating the big bushes in the middle of the hole. There's no additional OB on this hole, but there is a mandatory right at the big tree in the middle of the fairway. If you miss the Mando, there will be a designated drop zone. Hole 14 is an 87-meter par 3 tunnel shot. The scramble on this hole is no joke, and I think the subtle dogleg left makes this hole incredibly difficult. Hole 15 might be another 52-meter par 3 dinker. You do have to navigate the woodlands, and when you come to the green, you're going to find out that the basket, unlike in the drone footage, will be hanging from the trees. Hole 16 is a 134-meter par 3. This drive is a technical one because you have tree saplings on your right protecting the wide play. You also don't want to leave it left for obvious reasons, mainly the massive amounts of rough. So you're only really left with very particular shot down the middle to a specific landing zone to have a line in to the basket. Hole 17 is a wide open 105-meter par 3. Again, grab that favorite driver of yours and let it rip. Hole 18 is a double island par 4 coming in at 175 meters. If you go out of bounds on this hole, you rethrow from your previous lie. There are no designated drop zones. The OB markers are quite tricky to see on the drone footage, but I promise you on the day, they'll stand out like a white OB flag. It will be vital to keep this one inbounds to finish with a smile on your face.